Hello everyone, welcome to Come Sit at My Table. We are really happy that you've joined us for this video. Today we are going to make a really easy sandwich, but it is so delicious. This sandwich recipe was given to us by a great friend several years ago, and we have eaten it at their house several times and we have made it at our house several times. It is something that everybody who eats it absolutely loves. It's a quick and easy barbecued chicken sandwich. There are very few ingredients and it comes together really quick. Let's talk about what we're going to use for this sandwich today. We're going to start with half a stick of butter. Now I have already melted half a stick of butter in our skillet over here, just so I could get it started and to save time on the video. But you only need half a stick. You also need half a cup of chopped onion, and that's about half of a large onion. So chop it fine so it will saute quickly in the butter, and I'm going to go ahead and start that so it can be cooking. I'm going to move my butter back over to the fire, turn it up just a little, add my chopped onion, and let that start sauteing a little bit in that in that butter. Now I will have to come back and stir that a few times while it's cooking, but let's talk about what else we're using. We're going to use half a teaspoon of yellow mustard. And I know what you're thinking, half a teaspoon, how could that make a difference? But that's what you need, just half a teaspoon of yellow mustard. You also need half a jar of salsa. Now, I don't know what size jar this is. Can you tell, Melissa?
16 ounces.
Okay, so we're going to use about 8 ounces of that, about half a jar. And you can use whichever salsa you like. Now, we bought a mild salsa because we're going to eat this with some friends, and I didn't want to make it too hot for them. But if you want to use a medium salsa or even a hot salsa, you can certainly do that. But today we're using mild. You're also going to need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And you can use light brown or dark brown sugar. They both work in this recipe, but 3/4 of a cup. You're going to need 2 cups of ketchup. And here's the kicker, you need 3 cans of white chicken breast meat. Now, of course, you will drain that really well and make sure all the liquid or as much of the liquid is out of it as you can get out. If you would prefer, I'm going to go ahead and start draining these. If you would prefer to use chicken, like chicken breast or a rotisserie chicken, you can do that. I would think, I've never done that. We always just use the canned chicken breast because that's what the recipe called for, and that's how Denise made it when we had it the first time. So that's what we do. But I think about 3 cups would be sufficient.
We recently had somebody ask about using recipes for using canned chicken too. I think they had, stockpiled a little bit.
Right.
But now they wanted to use it.
And that's one reason we decided to go ahead and do this recipe. We did have somebody ask about that, and so we thought this is a great way to use canned chicken if you have some on your pantry shelf that you're needing to use up. This is a really quick and easy and really delicious way to use up canned chicken. But you don't have to use canned chicken. If you prefer real chicken, then do that.
This is real chicken.
Well, this is real. Yeah. Good point. This is real chicken, but I mean, if you want to use like chicken breast or a rotisserie chicken, that's hilarious. Yeah, like this is fake chicken.
Sorry.
It's not.
I didn't mean to distract you. Kind of struck my funny bone. I'll just.
That is funny. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my hands because I have real chicken juice all over me. I can't believe I said that. That's really funny. Okay, so I'm going to stir my onions We want to keep those cooking. We want those to soften. There's a piece I didn't chop very well, so I'm going to cut it. We want those to soften in that butter. So I'll just keep stirring those a little bit. And while those are cooking, I'm going to move my other ingredients over here. I'll just sit there. Okay, let me grab everything else. Get it over here. Now, once the onion has cooked enough, ooh, I can smell those.
Don't they smell wonderful?
Yum. I love cooked onions.
Me too. So
I don't like them with liver. If you're a big liver and onions fan, I'm sorry, but ooh, that is one dish that is not for me. But I do love the smell of cooked onions. I can't do cooked onions after they've been mixed with liver either. My mom and dad loved liver and onions. Oh, when I was a child and I found out we were having liver and onions, I always looked for a way to go to a friend's house so I wouldn't have to eat dinner, but that didn't work very often.
Did you eat it?
No, I couldn't.
They didn't make you.
Yeah, they did. I think I've told you this story. We had liver and onions one time, and I guess I was defiant. And I just said, I'm not eating them. And my dad said, you are eating them. Your mom and I worked hard on this dinner, and we spent money on this. And actually, I think it was probably liver out of a beef he had butchered. But he said, you are going to eat it. And so he said, you're going to sit there until you eat it if you have to sit there all night. Well, I sat there.
Stubborn too, huh?
You think?
Wonder where you got some of that.
We both know where I got it. Okay, so I sat there forever, and he was more strong-willed than I was, and so, I hate to tell this story.
Yeah.
So I sat there until I couldn't sit there any longer, and I decided I was going, and he did finally say, you have to eat one bite. Eat one bite just so you know if you like it or not. Well, I already knew I didn't like it. I'd tried it before. But anyway, he said you have to eat at least one bite. So I finally gave in. And I got so sick. And I'm not going into details.
Pretty it up.
But I made a mess in my plate. Because that liver did not stay down. And that was the last time he ever made me eat liver and onions. From then on, when they fixed liver and onions, I always had a peanut butter sandwich or grilled cheese or something. They always would fix me something else because they knew I just couldn't stomach it.
I guess I was fortunate. My parents were not liver and onion fans.
Oh, you're so lucky.
No, I don't ever remember my parents having liver and onions. I don't think they're fans.
Oh my gosh, and they stink up the house so bad. Okay, I think that's enough of that story.
I never really had.
And these onions are done.
Ever fixed anything that I didn't eat?
Okay, so we're going in with our chicken. They didn't fix anything you didn't eat?
No, I don't think that was ever an
Well, good
issue.
for you.
Yeah.
Our girls didn't do that either.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing my mom and dad ever made that I just could not eat. And my mom made beef stroganoff, and I did not like it, but I ate it. It didn't turn my stomach. I just didn't care for it. So, but no, that was the only thing my parents ever made that I just refused to eat. I just could not do it. Okay, we're just going to, and I'm going to tell you, it's easier with my hands. I'm just going in, and my hands are clean now. I've washed them. I'm just going in and break up this chicken. It doesn't have to be, ooh, that's hot. It does not have to be just pulverized by any means, but you just kind of want to break it up. Okay. That's pretty good. You just, this is kind of like shredded chicken on a bun. So you don't want big chunks of chicken. You want it kind of shredded. shredded real chicken.
Guess you could do this before you actually put it in the skillet.
You could, but I didn't
What
think
would be
about
the
it.
challenge with that, huh?
Exactly. No challenge if it's not burning your fingers, right? Okay. Here's a chunk. And there's a chunk. There's a chunk. I guess I didn't have as much of it done as I thought I did. There's some. Okay. So, let me get that off my fingers. Wash my hands again. And let's add everything else we need. So we're going to add half a teaspoon, if I can get that mustard down in there, just half a teaspoon of mustard. And we'll scrape that out the best we can. That's so small it's not going to scrape out. That's good enough. And 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I have this on the wrong side, don't I?
That's all right. We'll manage.
So, and I'm not going to pack my brown sugar because we don't want it too sweet. Okay. So there's 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. We're going to do about half the jar of salsa. My hands are wet. Let's see if I can get a grip. There we go. Now you don't want to overdo the salsa because you don't want this wet. You don't want it runny. You don't want your bun to be soppy. Okay, so that's about half the jar. And then 2 cups of ketchup. Let's shake that up. I hope we have 2 cups here. I'll set that down so I can squeeze this. I don't know, Melissa. We may not have 2 cups in here. There's 1. Come on, ketchup. See if I can get it all down out there. Sorry about the noise, but I need that ketchup out there. I'll do it again. Hold your ears. You know what? I'm going to put that in.
I was like, could you add a little extra salsa? Would that make a difference?
I don't know. But I'm going to get the rest of that ketchup out there one way or the other. Now, we have to bring this to a simmer. After I get the rest of this ketchup out there, because I am determined. I'm using this up. I might squirt ketchup all over me, but thankfully I have on a red shirt. Okay, that's going to have to be good enough. So we're going to stir this up, turn our fire up, bring it to a simmer, and it has to simmer for at least 20 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, and then it will be ready. And what you're doing while you're simmering it is just helping those flavors meld together and letting some of the liquid cook off so that it's a little thicker, so it's not so soupy and runny for your sandwiches. There's a piece I didn't break up. So let's get it mixed. Get everything. There's some ketchup. You want it all stirred up good. Okay, now we're going to bring this to a simmer, let it cook for 20-30 minutes, and then we will come back and show you our chicken, barbecued chicken on a bun.
It already looks delicious.
It smells so good too, doesn't it? We love this dish, and I think if you'll give this a try, you'll love it too. By the way, this is really easy to double or triple if you're feeding a crowd, and this keeps really well in a crock pot. Now, we have never cooked it in a crock pot, have we?
I don't think so, but it
No.
would work for like if you were having
Yeah.
party or something.
We normally do it in a saucepan, a big saucepan, but as you can tell, we are still in the rental house in Florida, and I just didn't have the saucepan I needed to do it, so I'm using this big large skillet, and that will work just fine. Okay, so it's coming up to heat. We have to bring it to a simmer, and then after it's ready, we will be back, and I'm going to taste the sandwich for you. We'll be right back. Our barbecued chicken has simmered for just over 20 minutes. You can see that it has thickened up nicely. It's still got plenty of sauce on there. You can see it's not dry by any means, but it's not runny, it's not soupy, it's not going to make my bun soggy. Look what a beautiful sandwich that makes. All right, let's do a taste test. You taking the first bite, babe?
I think I'll wait. I'm afraid it'll be too messy over this counter.
Gonna wait for lunch?
But I'll make a delicious lunch.
Okay. I'm the lucky one today then. Wow. That is absolutely fabulous. And you can't make an easier barbecued chicken sandwich. It's just not possible. That is wonderful. Man, that's good. We do appreciate you joining us for our video. As always, we appreciate you coming to sit at our table. If you would, we would appreciate you going right below the video and giving us a thumbs up. Click that button. If you've not already, click that subscribe button right below the video and the little notification bell beside of it and the word all. That way you're subscribed to our channel. We like to say you have a seat at our table if you click that subscribe button. And YouTube will notify you every time we add a new video if you hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all. Also, if you'll click that share button right below the video and share it to your own social media, your friends and family can know about our channel too. Remember that right below the video, you'll see the title of this recipe. If you click that title or in that box where the title is, that box will expand. Melissa always puts the written recipe there for you, so you don't have to remember it or try to write it down during the video. And our contact information is at the bottom of that box. Also, we do appreciate your kind comments. If you want to leave a comment, you can do that right under the description box. Thank you again for watching our videos. We want you to remember, you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Have a great day and enjoy a barbecued chicken sandwich.